Welcome back here in this new video tutorial. Today we are going to use the XLOOKUP function in two different scenarios. The one is the use of double XLOOKUP and one is the use of single XLOOKUP. Here I have created some examples for using the XLOOKUP, and here in the single XLOOKUP, if you notice, there is some item name, then the invoice wise purchase quantity given in the first data set, and in the second data set I need to fill the blank cells by the quantity based on the item name that is given here and based on the purchase invoice number that is given here. And if you notice, in the second data set, the position of the invoice number in the column is exactly same with the source table. Here if you see, this invoice number position and this is same, pi 001 2 3 4, and here also pi 001 2 3 4. So in case we have the column same, we can use the single XLOOKUP here to get data from the first data set to second. But here in the second example, if you see, the position of the column or the position of the invoice number is not same. Here in the first source table, the starting invoice number is pi006, but here it is pi001. The second is 3 here, the second is 2 here. So the column position differs here in the first example. So let's start using the single XLOOKUP here and the double XLOOKUP here. Click on the cell, then press equal to, type XLOOKUP, open the bracket, then in the lookup value take this item name, then we have to fix the I column, so press the F4 key 3 times in the keyboard. That will apply the dollar symbol before I only, then give a comma. In the lookup array we need to select now this item name range of the source table, then press F4 key to lock the whole range, then give a comma, and in the return array we have to select the numbers range, then lock this range by pressing F4 key. Then here this if not found, match mode, search mode, these are the optional parameter which you can skip for now. Then you can close bracket, press enter, and here you see the XLOOKUP has given the result here. You can now select this all, then go here in the fill handle, catch the fill handle, then drag this down, and here you see all the data is now captured from the first data to the second data here in case of the single XLOOKUP. So now let's go to double XLOOKUP, where, as I already told you, the column position is different. In this case we have to combine XLOOKUP inside XLOOKUP. It means that it is double XLOOKUP. Press is equal to here in the cell, then type XLOOKUP, open the bracket, in the lookup value select the item name, then press F4 key 3 times to lock the column, then give a comma. In the lookup array select the item name range of the source table, press F4 key to lock this range also, then give a comma, and here in the return array now we need to combine the second XLOOKUP, so type here XLOOKUP again. Then here in the lookup value of the second XLOOKUP, click on this purchase invoice number of the second data set, then we have to lock this row only, so type F4 key 2 times to lock the row, comma. In the lookup array select this invoice number range of the source table, then press F4 key to lock the range, now give a comma, and in the return array let's take this quantity range, then press F4 key to lock this also. Now close bracket, then close one more bracket for the first XLOOKUP. Now the formula is complete, press enter, and here you see the data is captured. You can go here in the fill handle, drag this to right, then again catch the fill handle, then drag this to down, and here you see all the value is now captured from the source table to this second table. So in this way we can use the single XLOOKUP and double XLOOKUP in case of different data situations. And this much for today's video. Thank you very much for watching. Consider subscribing the channel to get similar kind of video updates in future. For that you need to turn on all the notifications. We will again meet on next video tutorial.